Hi, Professor. Um, this is my 10-minute video of an overview of like what I learned and how I felt about Theology 100. Uh, so I would say first of all, let me start off with I chose the video because you just talk about the overview of the course, how you felt about the teachings and the units and stuff that was taught. I think it's a pretty straightforward and easy thing to do, other than the synthesis, which was like 50 pages or 25 pages and 80-point PowerPoint presentations. I was not trying to do that because I don't like typing up so many pages, and I just don't like being on my computer for a long time. Uh, Also, I did not do the test. I was originally going to do the test, but once someone told me about the video, then I was like, I'm gonna just do the video. But if I never heard of the video and if I took the test, I felt like I would have done decent, not good, but decent on the test. So yeah, units 1 through 3, where we utilize the book, the New Jerusalem Bible. Um, those units I thought was very interesting. I'm not, like a religious person or anything like that. Even though I do got this tattoo on me, uh, I'm not too religious. I used to be religious and stuff like that, but I'm not too religious anymore. But yeah, those units 1 through 3, I thought was very interesting because you taught me a lot about the like the Testaments and the Old Testament, New Testament. Like I didn't even know what the hell that was. Uh, and I would say like from units 4 through 6 was. I also found what was interesting between units 1 and 3 was the family tree of Jesus and his. I forgot what they were called. Uh, was Jesus and his apostles, because I never knew like any of their names, and also found interesting the different type of gods and um, type of stuff that was related to like Jesus and yeah. Uh, Also, units 4, 5, and 6. I thought what was interesting in units 4 was like how the system was built between the Pope, the the clergy, and the I forgot that last one, but I found that to be interesting. Uh, I just found like a lot of stuff to be interesting in between these units. Um, but one of my favorite ones was the social justice uh, unit, where you talked about how the system is like built and in the U.S. and across the world, uh, and how like the human trafficking thing is like going on, and also like that one girl's poem, I think, uh, about the girl going throughout her day. I like that. Let me see what else. Hmm. So now I'm gonna talk about like how I felt about the assignments throughout the course. Um, I really loved all the assignments. They were all like stuff that I had to read, and I kind of do like reading because it teaches me like a lot of stuff about stuff I never knew about. So the first assignment of Job versus TikTok, I don't really remember too much about it, but I really liked that assignment. I didn't like it too much. I mean, it was like an in between assignment. It was okay, I guess. But the Sandman assignment, the midterm, I really liked that one. I read like the whole thing. Uh, like I just found it interesting how, dang, I really forgot what it was about. But I just really like the whole story of how, you know, his like he was an evil person. He's not an evil person, but like he was depicted as an evil person, but he was actually like a good person, and how Satan didn't want hell anymore, and he gave it to him, and all that. And what else? I also really like the Basilica photo journal assignment, where me and my group had to go to the National Shrine and explore. I haven't actually been there in a while. Last time I've been there was probably when I was like a freshman in high school or a sophomore with my cousins. But yeah, I really like that assignment too because I get to socialize, with my classmates, and it was also like a cool experience. Another assignment that I really liked was the ecumenism assignment where we had to read Enemy Mine. I really liked that book. Like I read the whole thing as well. I just like the overall theme of the story where, you know, two different kinds of people like don't like each other at first, but they in order for them to survive, they got to they had to come together and share what they know, and they just eventually became best friends, and it went to a point where like he had to raise the other person's child, and I didn't really like expect that. I just really like that book and that assignment, so I hope you keep that and teach it to your future Theology 100 students because that's a good book. I'm not too sure if many people in our class read it, but it was a really good book. I really liked it. And the social justice one, the social justice poem, like that was from the top of my head, like within like 5 minutes. So I was just like, let me just write this poem. Yeah, I really like that social justice poem too. Let me see what else. Uh, and the morality and social justice Omelas about the Omelas story. I really thought that was very interesting because it talked about a utopian city full of good people, good vibes, but they had one thing that was wrong with them, and that was the people, because they did not care about that one boy stuck in the cellar. He was the only one that was mentioned in the story that was having most uh, shittiest time in the whole city, and I just really like that reading it. Um, yeah. I guess one more thing a couple more things I could say is that I didn't really like too much reading on the New Jerusalem Bible part of the course. I really liked reading on the part on the assignments that you gave us because it's like actual, like, not trying to say like the Bible is an actual, but I just really like reading the stuff like the Sandman, Enemy Mine, Omelas, stuff like that. Assignments like those are very like good. I feel like you should like give more of that to your future theology students. The way how the teaching was with the PowerPoints, I really liked it a lot. Even though I know you would notice me like sometimes sleeping, not because like the class was like boring or anything. Like the class is really interactive. It's fun. Um, just that I have an 8 a.m. class before your class, and I have work the night before, and I get off at 12. So that was the reason why I would be sleeping sometimes. But I would get the overall point of what you would teach in class. Another thing that you could like include, um, I would probably say is definitely more interaction with like the students, just like the Basilica assignment where me and like four other people had to go to a place and explore around. I really like that one. You should probably like add like at least one or two more assignments of those. Like, except like keep it out of DC, keep it around like Virginia, because I did not want to drive to the Basilica. I had to take an Uber. So that's one assignment that you should probably like add more, implement into the thing. And uh, another thing I would say, one thing I didn't like, I mean, I liked everything, but one thing I didn't like was uh, like the PowerPoints, like they wouldn't have like a lot of words in it, so I didn't like take down any notes. Like I didn't really take down any notes at all in the class. In the beginning, like I was, but like as time progressed, I just noticed that there would be less and less words in the PowerPoints, and I'll just like be like, no, nah, just give up. I would not write any notes. But I pretty get the overall theme of the course. You know, it's a pretty cool course. I liked it way better than philosophy. I guess it just depends on like which professor is teaching what because I did not like my professor of philosophy. He did not know how to teach. Um, but yeah, I don't really think there's anything to like improve on. I think the course is very good for like incoming, for like an introduction for like freshmen to people just like incoming into Marymount. Uh, yeah, so that's basically it. I just really like the course, and